Cooperation among cooperatives is the sixth cooperative principle. Co-ops need to work together because it strengthens the system on behalf of the farmer. Working together can mean locals working with locals or locals working with nationals. It can be formal to informal by creating business partnerships to just simply sharing appropriate information. National co-ops bring scale that local co-ops are not always able to access on their own. An example is the fuel that is provided by the McPherson refinery that is owned by CHS. GCC was one of the first investors in Union Oil in the late 1920s that started that refinery because our members had a need. Another example is the financial liquidity it takes to run a co-op that is provided by CoBank. If we do not work together as co-ops, we do have other choices, but the value creation for the member is not always aligned. Other stakeholders may be more interested in profit, as an example, instead of service to the membership.
Well, there are many great things about the cooperative business model, but one of them is the fact that we are owned and controlled locally, wherever local may be, by our member owners, right? And we are here to serve their needs, in our case, finance. And what we are trying to do is to run a highly competitive business that provides the financial services that our customers need and want, but to provide it in a way that also gives them an appropriate and a reasonable economic return on the substantial investments they make through equity in our company. And that comes to them predominantly in the form of patronage. And so we run our business to be effective, but also efficient, and to generate good economic returns for the use of the capital that our member owners have entrusted with us. Thankfully, we're very successful at that. And we believe that the economic returns that we provide to our customer owners are highly favorable to them.
Working with other co-ops is important to GCC, and in fact, one of our board policies. GCC works with national co-ops such as CHS, Land O'Lakes, or CoBank. These entities give GCC access to things that it can't facilitate on its own. We then provide value to the national co-ops through our volume and supply chain efficiencies. We also have a history of working with other local co-ops. We are always willing to work with other co-ops if a beneficial partnership can exist for the member. Otis Moles always encouraged co-ops to work together, and we cannot overlook the benefits. Otis was the driver behind the creation of CoBank. CoBank's mission today is to help provide financial services to rural America. They understand the cooperative system and stand behind the network through good and hard times. Their mission aligns with GCC in creating value for our members.
What we see and experience all the time is the fact that the cooperative community working together, either directly through business or through the things that they do in the communities where they reside and where their customers and employees reside, in many cases provides a lot of the important fabric inside of a local community. They may be big employers, they may have charitable operations and things that they do. So we see the cooperation among co-ops in the various industries that we serve everywhere in the country, and it always is a net contributor to the strength, health, and well-being of local community.
Cooperatives are where they use the word we and not I. It's really overlooked by most people because of the simplicity of the idea you can do so much more together than you can by yourself. In this day and age, with the multinational companies that are becoming more of them and larger and stronger, as an individual farmer, you're not going to be able to compete if every farmer tries to compete against that array of businesses unless he himself organizes in some method that gives him some power to negotiate. It's pure and simple.
If a co-op is aligned to the members' needs, a strong cooperative network can exist locally, nationally, and even globally.